apologize, but so much traveling, so much situations, so much communications issues, so much technology issues, and so on. Was unable to be so much of here for it. The live chat will be come back in full force once I come back in Bulgaria. Give me like a few days. Tomorrow, I'll actually travel back into Bulgaria. I just came back yesterday from Miami here in Chicago. Still a little bit, you know, it's been a long drive. Actually, I want to say thank you to brother Rich, which is you guys know him as a user, as a CF Tech here. We actually drove the both way to come back, and it was been a lot of help. Talking about the topic for it, and I think this topic is crucial to be understand for the people who are in the twin flame dynamics. There is a lot more about the twin flames that the people think that they know, but actually they do not. Okay, twin flame dynamic is actually a dynamic that it comes in, and it is evolutions from the soulmates. Soulmates is evolutions from the karmic relationships. But with that being said, why you want to be in union? Actually, let me put that correct, guys. Why you want to be in divine union? You want to be in divine union because of becoming a divine partner. Divine partner, first of all, from within yourself, with yourself, divine partner with your partner, and a divine partner with the universe. And this is leading to a lot of situations. This is explained a lot of things that goes on. And before I go on and digging in, and you guys go ahead with the questions in there, I want to recognize the people who came into the chat and I want to say thank you to everyone in Miami. I want to say thank you that you guys for the energies exchanges that you guys did to me. I'm talking about Brother Richard. I'm talking about Paulina. Talking about all this that is Ben, because in the Miami happened something very special. Learning to trust the 5D energies but actually end up to understanding the twin flame dynamics in a whole another level that helps to understand the distort energies and the distort path between a two people and the twin flame relationship. This is going to be huge, but I'm going to be talking about this a little bit here. But guys, stay tuned once I come back in Bulgaria. So for right now, I'm going to recognize the people who came into the chat up here. Donna, thank you for coming in. Erica, thank you for coming in. Jennifer, thank you. And Dara, thank you. And welcome coming to the chat in here. So what are we talking about here? You will understand that the big time of the twin flame dynamic fails. It is because the dynamic from within yourself, within your own soul. If you have not been learning the karmic lessons properly, when you crossing into the soulmates connections, you're actually carrying the wounds inside of you from the karmic situations. Let me tell you what the karmic situations. I'm not talking about only karmic situations that are related to your relationship with a ex-spouse, ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, everything and so on. I'm talking about you also learning and carrying a karmic situations that they are from life, lack of growth, lack of maturity, lack of keeping your own words, lack of courage, lack of things of progressing, and turn yourself into this powerful, truthful personality within yourself. Because you are growing spiritually, you can carry this with you. But if they're not healed, they're triggered in each level you are. And that is coming in also into the twin flame dynamic. Okay. Hi, Diamond B. Thank you for coming in. The twin flame dynamic is actually a learning process that it goes and it gives you more broader view within the soulmates. In the soulmates, you're trying everything to goes on and so on. You're learning with the mistakes of you accepting them, but it's still you carrying it from within you, the baggage and so on. The most beautiful, actually, discovery that is why the twin flames. A lot of them are failed. Uh, Hi, Chrissy. Thank you for coming in. They are failing for one reasons: lack of maturity to their own self, honoring your own words, honoring and matching with and actions. That is coming in from distorted energies. And those karmic situations, they could be, as I said, not only from relationships, but they can be inherited through the parents' bloodline. They can be inherited from the culture, religions, and so on and so on. So if you're not keeping your things in order inside of you, why not? What is the main reason for it? What as I find so far, that is it because you are fighting inside of you, within yourself, between the 3D and the 5D. In the 5D, that is it, where it's leading you to the patterns inside of you of what can be achieved. And you allowing that 5D energies to go ahead and controlling your mind inside of you. So here you are. You are beginning to do this, what you're supposed to do for the best of your true self. You're honoring your true self from within you. However, if you have not healed inside of you, then you are going to go back into the 3D patterns. And now within the 3D patterns situations in there, you are not healed them to be doing the right things from within yourself. So in the 5D, you can make a commitment. On the 3D, that commitment is gone, is not there. And this is why a lot of the people who are in the twin flame dynamics, they know the truth from within, but they cannot keep it up. Why? Because of lack of courage, honesty, and respect to their own self, on their higher self that is in 5D. They don't respect their higher self. And that leads to immaturity. The immaturity that can comes in from when you are growing up as a child, as a inner one. Hey, Grande, thank you for coming in. As you guys know it, but there is something more important in there. I found the way of the healing. And the way of the healing is actually works when you find the courage and the power and the strength to unite this 3D lower self within yourself, within your mind, together with the 5D uh, things that you have to achieve within the soul. And that way you actually materialize them into a one truth, to a one point, to a one action, to a one inner peace within yourself, because you stop the arguing within yourself. But when you look at it in those energies, you're producing the hormones developing within your body that you are fulfilling this maturity within your brain. And that maturity within your brain is actually begin and creates more open up with the divine patterns inside of you. You begin to using your brain, your abilities in your mind, your soul, your heart, your vibrations, your energies only within a one point. There is no more fights. You're not going to be fighting from within because some of the people they carry a mask. And let me explain what that mean. In the 5D, it is everything could be great, everything could be powerful, everything can be perfect in there because you're within a 5D gravity, communication, so on. When one of the 3D hits you, you go back in there and you put that face mask on to fit from within 3D because you think that if the normal people find out your 5D energies, they're not going to understand you. You're fearing for it. Let me explain. The fear, it is the one major concern of lack of this maturity within your own self. Because the fear is not love, and love is actually the key that opens the hormones for maturity inside of you. Without those, you are not going to be able to do anything. So When you do this from within yourself, you're going to learn how you to become into a proper twin flame dynamic. So the divine is going to be leading you to healing the twin flame dynamics from within yourself. That twin flame dynamic is going to heal you. The soulmate part positions from within you. So is the karmic situations. You're going to go back and healing yourself to work within the divine. There is a lot of more going on with this because the both left and the right brain, they are producing hormones for growth. So if you are female, but you using the masculine energy of growth of hormones, so you are maturing within the masculine energies, that can lead to a lot of distortion from within. If you are masculine, but you using the feminine hormones of growth, guess what? You learn it with this. So the only way you can do it is that the one, it turns you to a 5D situations. The other one, it turns into the lower situation from within. And in order you to balancing yourself out, you have to balancing your way of thought, of thinking, and back it up with the actions. Because through the actions, they're gonna be complete. You're releasing the hormones within your brain. So, for example, you're missing the feminine portions within you. You develop these portions within yourself. You're missing the masculine energies from within yourself. Now you're learning to understand, you're developing those masculine parts from within. So you will understand what's going on within you, but you're also going to understand what's going on within your counterpart. And you have to understand some of the counterparts, maybe the damage is there through the bloodline. You're not going to be able to do anything in there. The only person who can fix is themselves and not you. Don't try to fix your parents. They have to fix themselves. Don't try to fix your twin flames unless you guys have to work on it to fix it. But they have to willing to put the work in there. That is a crucial part of work because this is how the mutual healing comes in. I begin to understand why you got different visions on the 5D, but the 3D, there is issues in there. Not because of you. No. If you've been putting yourself and unified this from within you, you may have no issues. But when the things are all okay in the 5D, but all of a sudden the 3D actions doesn't back this up, you have to give it a time. You have to give it a time, those 5D energies, to go ahead and work themselves out. The new way. The new way, it's the inner peace. You begin to understand that it was something of lacking of development from within you. And you have to be within the inner peace there. And the inner peace can tell you, okay, you like in a feminine energy, go watch family movies to see what has to be in the family. So there's going to be a lot of these accelerations on it. But the age of Aquarius energies, they're working with inner peace and they work fast. When something goes wrong, you overcome things. You learn that from every mistake, there is a lessons in there, and you don't get into the lower vibrations of agitations, aggravations, or anything like this. Okay? Donna, yes, the faster the accelerations to 5D, the bigger the 3D gap appears to become. Yes, but when you unite the Donna, when you unite the 3D with the 5D from within yourself, guess what? They're all one. 5D doesn't interfere within the 3D, and 3D doesn't interfere within the 5D. And this is how the path of bringing the paradise on earth will happen, because there is no disagreements. If you're still looking at for disagreements, that means that your reality on the 5D, your personality on the 5D, and your personality on 3D, they're two different personalities inside of you. You still have not unified yourself with this. You still have conflict within this. And the more conflicts you have, that gap that it's there, It is because of you separating yourself within different personality, you acting on the 5D of one way and you acting totally different way in the other side. Okay, so for example, you can become a completely normal 3D person where we're in a 3D, and guess what, you're a totally different personality inside of it within the 5D, but you have conflict within them. You haven't been grown up to be truth within both sides, because the way this is that the one personality has one truth in the 5D, the other personality in 3D have totally different truth. And when you make a commitment on a 3D and you don't keep it up, is because the 5D tells you this is not right. Or if you make commitment on the 5D, the 3D portion from within you tells you, hey, you don't have to do it. So right now, all this it's coming in to bring it out, really the things there underneath the surface. There's gonna be a lot of work going on, guys, for you. I'm so happy. Actually, I'm very happy that I was able to go through a really tough times ever since I left Varna. That was like a month and a half ago. In there, the whole trip, I had to I mean, constantly overcoming things. Um, but the way it was overcome all the obstacles, they were coming in with learning how to cooperate with the obstacles of these transformations within the age of Aquarius. Okay, we are going to face in a lot of obstacles in there, but when you look at it within the obstacles, you're always going to find the way, finding the way that it's going to work, finding the way that it's evolved. You might find something else. The most of the collective energies, they're actually like this. They have a 3D personality and a 5D personality conflict inside of them. When they abandon the one or the other, they abandon themselves. And when they abandon themselves, they abandon their relationships with others. And this is what leads to a lot of conflict, because later on that abandoning from themselves, that actually runs within the dynamics. There is no very well good karmic connections, there is no very well good soul connections, there is not very good twin flame connections. But when you come to the divine stage to be a divine partner, that is when you realize the situations, the illumination process of you have to unite those two, because there is no turn back, because only that turns in everything inside of you within the new energies. So yes, at a crossroads, exactly at the crossroads. But when you look at it inside, within these broken patterns, these broken thoughts, these broken situations, these broken relationships, these broken energies, these distorted energies, these distorted personalities, okay, uh, can they be fixed? They can be fixed if everything is okay with the mental process. If it's not everything okay with the mental process, the mental process can be developed, or can be, but if there is a physical issues because of lack of passing through the timelines of underdevelopment, there is not pretty much you can do in that point. The question is to understand it is from within you. You can go ahead and overcome everything that you need to do, develop and fix these distorted energies that will fix your distorted personality within you, or you have to do the distorted personality within yourself and fix your energies. But all this, it's coming in when it comes into the divine partnership within your own self. The pattern of the divine partnership is going to be a much stronger. Let me tell you why. You are not going to operate with the intense energies as a twin flames. The intense energies of the intensity of these powerful energies there, like hot waves, temperatures, and so on. It's like my twin. Oh my God, is gone. In the divine partnership, it's peace. Okay, that is a whole another ball level game. And if you went into that stage, you went out to these uh, energies inside, then you will understand everything. Because right now you are not freaking out of the situations, you are not doing the things, you're taking your time with an inner peace. So let me tell you, when you look at it and take the time within the inner peace, you're going to be much better. As far as the process right now within the age of Aquarius that we have, we are going to go through revaluations in the next 6 8 months. Okay, this is going to be a beautiful time. There is going to be a lot of energies. Hopefully you guys watching this right now, and you probably did a lot of inner work, but there is going to be some more to be done. Grande, thank you for the super chat, and appreciate it, appreciate the energies returned, guys. I learning to accepting things for it. Actually, I was yesterday. I was like, somebody left me a gift in the car, and I'm like, I'm not touching it. Somebody else give me a gift. I'm like, I'm not touching it. And I was working on me about this receiving situations, and now I'm much better at that. And when you guys sending something, I appreciate it. But that being said, development is going to be work so much. At some point, I'm going to need some help with the people who are professionally study things, because I found answers. I found answers how the people can get better in life. But not only better, I found some answers how we are going through this age of Aquarius and what they are going to be for, how we can improve everything. So uh, that movement of getting away from the karmic situations, soul situations, twin flame situations, to move into the divine partnership. But the divine partnership, as the same as a twin flame, for it all begins from within you. Your ability, capabilities, are you truthful within your own self? The worst thing it is about you to fool yourself with this. Don't fool yourself, but be truth and honestly. That's what the path of the truth that should have been learned in the past 2000 years wasn't learned. We already know that path, the personal path, was not learned, because the personal path of the truth from within you learns and goes with the true path with the divine. And when you evolving within this stage, you're gonna learn this. Yes, the 0 point is the inner peace. That is also known as a nirvana. You getting in that mellow inner peace, like nothing can disturb you. Even if the distortions in the 3D, you're like, okay, oh well, whatever, it is what it is. If there's the distortions within the 5D, you're like, okay, oh well, whatever, it is what it is. I have to maintain the 0 point within. And Donna, you're so correct. Hey, Empress, thank you for coming in. So happy to catch your life. I hope all is well with you and the collective. I've been going through a lot, guys. Let me tell you, this improvement, these situations, these new learnings, these new energies there. And what I'm finding out, that I see that I can find out the 5D energies within the people. Hi, Andres. Thank you for coming in. I can see that inner conflict within the 5D. That's what the soul wants. And I also see the fear within the 3D. And inside within your mind, how the ego actually creates the separations within you, your ego patterns inside of you. That's the lower self. That is like, if those two get united, what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to, as an ego, the ego is supposed to protect you. And there is going to be this learning. You actually have things misplaced. because everything within the distort energies create distort personality inside of it. So when you look at this, the 5D, your higher self give you messages on the 5D. You're acting on that 5D. You're not. You trust, you surrender, and let go of what the 5D wants, and you're experiencing the divine partnership. But after that, the material world hits you, and guess what? You put the face mask on, and you become this 3D personality again. When are you gonna learn that those two, they have to be a one thing? You. This is a what is gonna help, because if you get to the divine situations inside of you, you're gonna be able to heal the twin flame part inside of you. And actually, twin flame, it comes in to unite your higher self with you. I'm not talking about with others. Before you unite with somebody else, you need to unite it from within you. Before you be in a relationship with somebody else, you have to have loud and clear relationships within your own self. Before you doing anything else, you gotta be within you first. We are transforming our DNA crystalline to sustain divine healing for the self and the collective. Yes, talking about this, the DNA. The DNA, it's improving only when your actions are complete. You're going to feel first. Hi, Crystal. Thank you for being here. And the DNA is going to be improved a lot. People ask me, Dio, about what's going on with the people. Why unhealed people moving through the stages? You want to know the biggest answer in the world? That also is going to answering why your twin flame is not fully awakened in there, because through the gravity and through all this other people who are awakening and who changing the society, they're picking up that energies. But your personal actions within yourself is acting like this. This is why people who are not fully healed, they awaken within the stages. Doesn't matter if that is your soulmate, twin flame relationship in there, for because it triggers. We changed the gravitational field in the world since the twin flame came out in the public. And right now, people who has not healed things, they pack it up within these energies. They're walking within the twin flame energies, but they still did not develop and healed their karmic relationships within themselves. They have not healed the soulmate. They have not healed themselves from within, and they cannot completing. Okay, this is like you going through school and you're passing with the lower grades, and you want to have the full completion comprehensions in there. It's not going to happen. Not everyone who goes to school becomes a professor, and it doesn't have to be a professor. But when you come with the stage of evolutions from within yourself, the professor is you. You have to have the dignity, the accountability, the situations from within yourself. Talking about the DNA, there's going to be a lot of study about these situations. We're talking about like when you see the top patterns in the 5D, what is the person dreams, love, and wants in the 5D, and the difference with what happens into that 3D, you're going to find the distort energies. Throughout the distort energy, that's going to be linked to the hormones releasing into the brain, what kind of hormones that were missing in there. And then it's going to be looking at why these hormones have not been released in the proper time, in the proper situations, and so on. That will be linked into the timelines of personal growth. And then that is going to be leading into the DNA. So that probably is going to be need some a kind of like a DNA repairing, healing system that actually has to look it up. All these issues before you interfere of changing the DNA. There's going to be some a DNA need right now at the age of Aquarius, there's going to be need some DNA healing, medical interference in order this to be done. But before you do that, okay, to be change the DNA inside of the person for it, because that can help of under the development. If you have underdevelopment within yourself, the DNA is not developed, because the DNA is actually keep the informations of everything that it needs to be. And if there was a damage of the DNA, that could come from the bloodlines in there, and also your own personal development from within you. There is a missing links within the DNA. So when we study the DNA, when it opens the DNA, and we know exactly what the DNA does at that point, and we look at the distorted energies, we look at the distorted DNA, we look at the distorted thinking, we look at the distorted hormones that was in there, and we look at what happens in between the 5D, the energies that you have to be involved into it, with what your actions are into the material world. We are going to have a clear, precise picture of where the situations are coming from. That way, the humanity is going to be able to be healed in a whole, I mean, talking about in a whole new level. The humanity will be able to understand and heal patterns that are inherent in the medical side. So that could be leading into a situations. But guys, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. I know the road. I know how that works. But I need some people who are highly qualified people to work with. Hopefully the universe is going to be hook me up within this, because carrying within all this is gonna be so much information that it's inside of me. Even Rich was yesterday. It's like, Dio, I wish you had a USB so I can download your brain. He was just talking about music because we were traveling for it. But I'm like, dude, I like that idea too, because this to help me to release all this important information for the humanity. So this is all I got for you guys. If you guys have some any questions and so on, we'll go ahead and doing it with. And yes, unjunking the DNA. Yes, exactly, unjunking the DNA. That is going to be very much improvement, and this is going to bring the human race to something more advanced. We've been seeking for those answers for a long time as a collective donor, but I'm not a, you know, I do what I can do, as far as the information is putting it out there. But in order to get into the real work and the real repairing, because I found information so much more for repairing the humanity. And it's going to be a one thing that you're going to be waking up. You're going to find that pretty much our collective DNA, it is broken. Our collective DNA is broken. There is something within the DNA as a humanity that breaking us. And the only thing it is the natural development from within ourselves as a human beings. It is to have this divine development within ourselves. But if there is a damage that was done from grandparents passing DNA into your parents, and then you are this damaged DNA inside of it, there is going to be need some interference. And that interference is about it's going to help a lot. Dio, when someone has surgery and it's a given blood donation, does it affect the DNA? It all depends on it. For it may act and may not react within the DNA. As far as within with this, when someone during surgery procedures, he got that. Talking about the blood transfusions inside from within you. when they do a surgeries and so on. It all depends on it of the gravity. Or this is like you taking the oil from one car and putting to oil to another car just to run for. But you might be getting into the DNA if you are open, if you are unlocked, because otherwise, if you are not unlocked to receive from information from other DNA, basically, basically those uh, external blood cells that you got during to this process, they're actually going to be dying little by little because they're not going to be compatible with you not accepting that host because you're hosting them. You're not accepting them as a host that informations, but the liquid, the fluid, and the life situations for it, they will. Now, if you accept them and those blood cells with the memory, they are from the patient, from the person who actually donated the blood to you for it, you're going to be able to actually reproduce a blood cells within that kind of like a prematurely growth for divine union in there. That is a when the twin flame journey kind of like ends because you using different inner peace. Talking about that within the twin flames, there is always this pressure pushing it and so on for divine union. And the divine partners, they understand you cannot have pressure, you cannot have intensity, you cannot have all this that twin flame put so much pressures on it. These obsessions, this constantly chasing and running because the both chaser and runner dynamics they are damaged. The chaser is chasing because of fear of losing the person. The runner is running from fear that he might do something right. So the fear does not open these growth hormones of love inside of it. This is why most of the twin flames they never gonna get together in the twin flame dynamics. But when you look at within yourself, when you evolve as a twin flame, you're reaching the state of inner peace inside of it. And then when you are in that inner peace with a partner, then you understand what divine union is. You both don't stressing out, you both don't look at the situations, you both don't get in everything. You are both within the bliss, within each other, within each other. That has nothing to do anymore within the twin flame. You completed the twin flame dynamic personally. You will never gonna be finding a peace if you're not reaching into that state. A lot of the people they are in a limbo within the twin flame. They are in the limbo. They are constantly recycling the same experience instead of going on and evolving within themselves. The more you unified yourself between you in your higher self and the divine from within you, the more inner peace is going to walk within yourself. And this is why the divine partnership that we are talking about, you become the divine partner first from within yourself. This is going to be a ending of the twin flame dynamics inside of you because the twin flame dynamic it is about to bring you to a divine union. But most people don't know the divine union how it feels like. Divine union is inner peace. You're not fighting, you're reaching the inner peace. You're not struggling, you're not dealing with the heavy energies. You, whatever happens, you're like, okay, it just happens. Let's see what's going on after that. You'll find out that things are not the way you think of your fears. Divine partnership is what actually twin flame is made to become the end of that journey, the divine union from within. So that's what I was talking about, Crystal. And that is going to be talking. I'm going to be talking more and more about it, how the people to go ahead and move in. But as a catalyst to most of you, I'm sending those vibrations out to you. Yeah, I'm a catalyst to most of you. For most of you, actually, who are on the same level as me for it, we're actually discussing this. But the humanity has the right to know that they can be better. They can be put all the love inside of them for themselves. They can be honest to themselves. They can have this beautiful paradise state because divine partnership is leading into paradise state. But the divine partners will also know how to bring that 5D paradise state into 3D reality because they're using the inner peace, guys. This is whole another ball game, and that's what the age of Aquarius is. We just walked into that age of Aquarius. Pluto moved into Aquarius. We got the glimpses, we got the experience, we got the informations. Now he's going to go back. We're going to reevaluate ourselves. Are we that divine from within ourselves? Are we true to ourselves? Are we are broken? Are we a damage of all this? Where the damage is? What is it going on? Can we repair it? If we can repair it, what can we do to repair it? Where the actual problem is? Where the actual situations is? Is it from the family line? It is from the DNA needs to be repaired. So there's gonna be a lot of good things, but all this is gonna lead to heal the humanity all the way up, to take from that level of brokenness, of toxicity, of situations, all this to comes into the rise in to the divine energy that we are destined to be. Okay, this is I'm talking to you guys like you have to feel it in yourself. Some of you already feeling it from within you. That is the big power of the inner peace. And sometimes the situation is gonna go awkward. Sometimes the things gonna get awkward. Sometimes you're gonna have inner conflicts. But you will see that your inner conflicts reflecting the relationships with everything around you from within. The more truthful it is to this is to catch yourself. I know this is not good that I do. I know I'm changing, I'm doing this and so on. I don't know what's going on, confusions. You need to understand that confusion is going to bring clarifications. But if you do it with inner peace, because if you have fight within you, you're not able to see, acknowledge, accept, and act upon the truth. This is why the divine partnerships they actually have that power. So, hi Angelique, thank you for coming in. So this is what I have so far for you guys. So stay put until I settle down back in Bulgaria. In there currently, that's what as of this moment I have no choices. I mean, I wish to be in Spain. I wish to have my own base that I can see. I can do what I have to do. But currently, as of this development situations, I'm not able to do it. So the only way it is that currently to stay there where I am and continue working on the project with Spain that I want to achieve. I was actually talked to Rich today about this, and we talk about all the new informations because he spent a lot of time with me. That's about 2 weeks, and he's like, "Man, Dio, you really need that." And I really need that Spain situations, but I will allow the universe to do what it needs to be, because that way I will not have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about it. Have to worry for some very similar things and so on, but also work as what I'm supposed to be doing, healing you, talking to you. Okay. So right now, with this traveling, I actually saw through that whole traveling, I saw a lot of distortions within the energies. But I look at it and I accept the distorted energies within your piece, so I can see what I need to do, so I can understand all this that goes on. Okay. Erica, I had a new level of healing from a strong trigger. I had to say myself the opposite what my thoughts say, and I was choosing to stay in the soul vibrations. Exactly. Choosing to stays in the inner peace. Everything that brings a war from within you doesn't help you to evolve. But through the war, conquering that war within you, you actually put different actions within yourself to heal. And it's a good job. Thank you, dear, and the Soul family. Great chats. Keep loving strong and all we do. Exactly. Keep on going. Keep on going. We are breaking in, and the new energies are also breaking in. There was a visions of new energies touch the ground. Talking about broken the old grid of the 3D energies, they didn't allow that energies to be on the ground, to be actually manifest through people and start spreading. That's the same thing what happened about 12, 13 years ago when nobody knew nothing about twin flames. 12, 13 years ago, the twin flames energy actually touched the ground. And that was at the moment when that energy began to awaken a lot of twin flames. And this is because of that energies, guys. Twin flame blow up. Everyone knows about twin flames in there. But right now it's a whole another ball game. We're talking about divine partnership. We're talking about divine energies that stepped in. We are talking about inner peace on earth energy. And for those who are using it, those who transmitting it, my deepest honor to you guys. You're doing the right thing. Okay? You're doing it the right thing. Because a collective needs you. The people in the twin flame dynamic need you. The people in the soul relationship need you. And the people in the karmic relationships need you. And if you put in that energies of inner peace out there towards the collective, my deepest honor, guys, to you. Deepest honor, because I know what it is. And I know how what you pay for the price to get there. So in my heart, I was my own partner. I needed to be led by love myself. Yes, first of all, you have to be your own partner. Your personal relationship with the divine has to be there. And then your personal relationship with you is going to be connected with the personal relationships with your partner. And then the divine relationship within you. It's connecting with a divine relationship with another. And then you become a divine partners. That is the end of the dynamic as far as a twin flame. But when something ends as far as the dynamic as a twin flame, you begin within the new dynamic, which is a divine partnership. That one of the things gets interesting. Love you so much. Let's share the love and the light. And I will see you in a couple of days. The astrogravitational report, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make tonight the astrogravitational report. We'll see, because I have packing, because tomorrow I'm leaving for Europe. And I have quite a few things I need to put together. All right, guys, but just the sign that comes in and popped up for you guys. And love you so much. The quicker we ascend, the faster we fed into the Mother Earth's healing gifts within the collective. Actually, this is totally correct. The inner peace is healing so much. The question is why you're running from the inner peace, if you're running from it. Because if you're running from that inner peace inside of you, if you are fighting, you're not reaching that inner peace inside of you, that shows you one thing. You have incomplete karmic situations, you have incomplete soulmate situations, you have not completed the twin flame situation. So that's how it goes. There's going to be a lot more I'm going to give you guys. But there's going to be some lot higher healing level right now that it's more easier. When you get into the inner peace energies, the healing gets more easier. Now, the ability of healing yourself, it is depends of the truth from within yourself and the courage that you going to do it, because the actual healer is you. We're going to be talking about also the wounded healer and the wounded person, why they're wounding others. There's going to be a lot going on, guys. There's been a lot of downloads, there's been a lot of energies, but there is a lot of broken thought patterns that we have to go and see and discuss. Okay, so if you guys have so many questions, ideas for the topics, please put it as the comments below the videos, or find me on the Facebook. Say like, Dio, I have that idea for it. Can you talk about it? And we are gonna be, because I'm here for you. The only thing it is that if there is no questions, I don't know with all this information how I'm gonna bring you the things for you. All right, guys, you know how I work. Okay. All right, guys, love you so much. I will see you in about a couple of days. I mean, a few days. I'm sorry, in a few days, and time changes and so on. But I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being yourself. I want to say thank you again to everyone that came to Miami for it. Everyone that was in Miami. In there, we had a great learnings there. There was a great learnings in there. We're talking about we are in a family, spiritual soul family dynamic that we learned a lot of energies. You learn how to forgive. You know how to give. You know what you need to do, and you know how to deal in a whole another ball game situations. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Let's share the love and the light, and I will see you in a few days. Thank you, Angelique. Here's some love for you guys. Alpha, thank you for coming in. Hello. And sorry about the videos ending, but love and light to you. Please go back into the beginning of the video and watch it. I wish you a great time.